Kyle Juszczyk, very good. Think of being a Pro Bowl, kind of the tight end fullback for the Niners. They use that position deftly, wonderfully, more than anybody in the league that I can think of. Word is they want to move off Trey Lance, and Darnold is viewed at this point as a really capable backup. So what if, because of where he was drafted, we're not giving Brock Purdy his due, that he's actually really, really good, and they found their quarterback? There's 3 reasons why I think this is possible. Number 1 is Iowa State's a mediocre football program. They had 4 winning seasons with him. Even with an elite coach, when he left, they went 1-8 in an average conference. They fell off a cliff without him. I say on this show all the time, it's not just what you do where you arrive in life, what happens to the place you leave. With a good coaching staff, Iowa State went into the tank without him. 1-8 in a bad conference. Secondly, Matt Hasselbeck, 6th round. Brady, 6th round. Romo, undrafted. Cousins, Dak, 4th round. Kurt Warner, Hall of Fame undrafted. About every 3rd to 4th year in this league, we find a really, really good quarterback, sometimes undrafted, later rounds. Matt Hasselbeck got to a Super Bowl. Really great Seahawk quarterback. Took him a while to figure it out. 6th round guy. And the third thing, let's deep dive on the 8 games he played and didn't get hurt. He not only went 8-0, he led the NFL in passer rating. And I know what you're saying. Well, it's the roster and it's Kyle Shanahan. Well, Trey Lance has that roster and Kyle Shanahan. Been there longer, and reportedly they're moving off him. Skylar Thompson, by the way, has that same system with Mike McDaniel, the former Niner coach. Skylar Thompson's not very good. It doesn't work for everybody. It works for Tua, really talented, first-round pick, and it works for Brock Purdy. And what's amazing is that with this complex system, it worked overnight. Like now, first time in. Even with Matt Ryan, it took a second year to when they really, really popped. What are the chances? Brock Purdy's really good. 8-0, led the NFL in passer rating as a rookie. And by the way, when you come in as Mr. Irrelevant, that's the name for the last person picked, you know, it's not like you have the respect of the room, right? It's kind of a joke title. You never hear anybody dog him. They love him. They are into him. Don't tell me this system works for everybody. Tua is a lot better in it than Skylar Thompson. And if you look at Brock Purdy and Tua, same size, both athletic enough, neither a great arm, both can make all the throws. They're kind of similar. Size, arm strength, mobility. I think Tua is a more natural thrower than Brock Purdy, but both were really successful college quarterbacks. One played with much greater talent around him, Tua, than Brock Purdy. But look at what happened when Purdy left Iowa State and a good coach. They went 1-8 in the Big 12. I'm not talking the Big 10. I'm not talking the SEC. They were a bowl team with Brock Purdy. They were a disaster last year. We've got a precedent here. Everybody's talking about Brock Purdy. We're waiting for Darnold or Trey Lance. Folks, we all watch football. It happens all the time. In fact, when you look at the starting quarterbacks who I think will win their division, it is odd. I've got Allen or Tua, a couple of first-round guys, Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Mahomes. Those are stars. Those are first-round quarterbacks. In the NFC, Jalen Hurts, 2nd round, Derek Carr, 2nd round. But it does feel weird. It's Stafford, it's Goff, it's Hurts, it's Carr, Brock Purdy. But I bet if you went back the last 30 years, you'd find that over and over again. Is that you start finding that quarterback who's a later round pick. Don't kid yourself. Dak Cousins, Hasselbeck, Brady, Warner, Romo. We get this a lot more than you think. About every 3rd, 4th, 5th year, you get a guy, and that team doesn't have to pay him for years.